What's poppin'? Tube for the you? It's your girl Lana Yazmeen, and I'm back at it with another video. Do the dance. Hey, do the dance. Hey, you ain't even know. I'm back at it with another video. Oh, Jesus. My leg is killing me. I done recorded 3 videos in a row. Oh, look at me on a roll. Anyways. So, I decided that I wanted to start a new series called Adulting Tips. Specifically to just kind of give you guys tips from the different things that I've experienced in my adult life. I would like to preface this by saying I am barely an adult, and I would never pose to be a true adult. But over the last 4 years or so, I've run into challenges that I wish I just had been more prepared for. But I didn't even know what questions to ask, so that's why I'm bringing you this series. So let's go on ahead and get into these 15 things that I wish I knew before I became sexually active. Number 1. Okay, number 1. This is like one of the biggest ones because when I found this out, I was mind blown. You feel me? Bacteria gets into your urethra through the uterus wall. A lot of big terms there, right? Okay, so you get bladder infections also from the bacteria. So basically what I'm getting at, right, is like when the thing go into your hole, right? Any bacteria on that seeps through your wall into your urethra and gives you a bladder infection. That's why they say you should pee after you have sex. I really wish, number 2, I wish I had known the difference between period tissue and miscarriage tissue. They actually look similar, but some people say that miscarriage tissue looks like tiny little blood clots, like little tiny. That's just regular period tissue. Somebody told me that, and I started freaking out because I thought that my miscarriage was lasting way longer than it was supposed to. Miscarriage tissue is literally just going to be that nice, fat, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 chunks. Like, it's going to be a decent size. It shouldn't be itty bitty. It should kind of low-key look like, the little baby, just a little bit, Yeah. And if you haven't got to the part where the baby is forming, you probably wouldn't even notice that you had a miscarriage. You feel me? I wish I had known, number 3, I wish I had known some of the signs that come after you have a miscarriage. That means like the miscarriage is like going wrong. It's like I wish I had known the bad signs of a miscarriage. Just because I was pretty freaked out for months on end after mine. I didn't really know like if it was over, how long it was supposed to last. And I don't really trust doctors because my doctor told me I wasn't pregnant, you feel me? But I still had a miscarriage. So I really wasn't trusting them at the time. So I was just like, praying to God that I was healthy. I'm like, I feel like it should be fine, right? It should be fine. It should be fine. That's pretty much my attitude towards that. When I wrote that, I had known some of the signs, but at this point, my mind is going blank. Yeah, my camera definitely cut off on me, and I definitely was still recording the entire video. Bladder infections can be caused by more than just poor after-sex care. Bladder infections can be caused from not drinking enough water or bad health problems. Number 5, miscarriages happen all the time. You literally can miscarry within, you could get pregnant and then your next period you could miscarry and you would never even know. So miscarriages happen all the time. Number 6, wall tissue can get thin if you're overactive or if you're underactive. It doesn't matter. If you don't have a balance with your sexual activity, your vaginal walls will get thin. Number 7, your down there scent is way more linked to your personal health than it is to how clean you are. You could clean her all day. You could scrub her up all day. She's not going to smell no better. You could put all kinds of crazy products in you. You could go get douches, all of that. She's not going to smell no better. You want to make her smell better, you need to start taking better care of your entire body. You need to start eating better. You need to start drinking more water. You need to start eating better foods. Because even if you do get the smell to go away with an external or a topical treatment, and I consider douches a topical treatment because you're not treating your body, you're just going in her and being like, let me clean this out. It's still gonna come back after time. Like, it'll go away for a little bit, but it's gonna come back. It's gonna become chronic because you're not treating the actual problem. Number 7, a man's diet matters. Don't let these men fool you. And men, don't be trying to fool people out there. Your diet matters. If you date a meat and potatoes kind of guy, you're gonna have a meat and potatoes kind of vagina. You feel me? His diet matters just as much as your diet matters, because if his diet is poor, then his bacteria is poor, meaning it's going to put poor bacteria inside of you, and then you're going to have poor health issues. So if your man is a meat and potatoes kind of dude, start putting some asparagus on that plate. Tell him eat it. Tell him you don't care. Number 8, latex allergies are not only hereditary, but they also can be developed. So like, my mom has a latex allergy. I did not get it hereditarily because when I was a kid, I could touch latex and I never had a problem. But because she has a latex allergy, I was not exposed to latex as much as other people were. So fast forward from what, I probably touched latex back when I was like 8, 9, 7. Fast forward to me being 19, 10 years later, going back to touching latex. Now it has my hands burning. Now I'm itchy. Now I can't even do anything with these gloves on because everything is just getting so hot and so itchy. And even with condoms, like over time, my body started rejecting condoms more and more and more and more. In the beginning, it wasn't no problem. I could use a condom. I didn't feel no problem. Literally, by the time I'm 22, it burns. It physically burns. We're not doing that. No. No, no. No, no, no. And then non-latex condoms don't come in the same sizes as latex condoms. So dudes like to complain because they feel like their thing is bigger than it really is. They feel like they can't fit, or really the fit is tighter than they're used to, so it becomes uncomfortable and they don't want to wear it. So that's 10. Number 10, I probably said some of the numbers wrong, but who cares at this point? I'm re-recording this. I didn't even record it. I was just talking to myself and I'm irritated at that. Number 10, vaginal walls don't get loose. They're just poorly taken care of. Snapback is snapback. You can have babies, girl, and still snap back. Your ish is poorly taken care of if it's not snapping back. It's supposed to snap back. That's just it. It just is. It's supposed to snap back. Number 11. Just because men have pleasure spots in their butthole don't mean women do. Women do not have any pleasure centers back there. Why? Because we have another hole where all of our pleasure centers actually are. Period. There are women who have trained themselves or accustomed themselves to the feeling, and anytime you get used to a painful experience, it automatically becomes pleasure. So obviously now, even though it was so painful, it's pleasurable to them. They like it, yes. But in general, off whip, women do not have pleasure centers back there. It's not comfortable for women. Women have to train their mind to be more comfortable with this. You feel me? Like, because we already have a hole. That hole doesn't even... This brings me into number 11. It's actually unsafe for women to be having anal sex because it leads to anal tearing, which is like very traumatic, very painful, and lasts a long time. Like, it'll be torn for a long time. It takes a minute to heal. Why is this? There is no room for a penis back there. Period. We have a uterus. You don't have room back there for no penis. That's just off rip. You don't. There's been a large surge of teenage girls and young adult women going into hospitals because of this anal tearing. And then they tell it it's because I felt like I had to, because that's what everybody else does. And then boom, now you got an anal tear and it hurts. Number 12, bigger does not equal better. Don't let these men confuse you. Don't let other women confuse you. Bigger does not equal better. Why is that? Why is that? You might ask, why does bigger not equal better? Why? Because women's vaginas, literally you have a vaginal shaft, you have your own little like personal thing right before you get to the uterus. That is typically only 6 inches long. It can get longer, it can get shorter. That ranges from different women, the same way penis size ranges. But it's typically 6 inches. And then you get to that part where you have your where you pop your cherry, and then boom, you've entered the uterus. Once you've entered the uterus, there is only so much room for comfort because there's stuff in there. You got, I don't know, you got ovaries in there. You got the walls trying to do their thing with the blood and the lining in there. You got a whole bunch of, you got eggs chilling on the walls waiting. Like, you have now busted into this unborn or undeveloped baby's home. You feel me? And you're trying to move around and rearrange the furniture. That's not comfortable. These numbers is all kinds of messed up, but this is number 14. The first 3 days of ovulation are the worst days to have sex if you do not want to have a baby. They're the worst. Makes it easier for you to get pregnant. It does. Number 15. Sperm sticks to ovulation discharge. That sticky, that's what I'm talking about. It sticks to it and it swims in it. Whereas creamy discharge actually can kill sperm. Not saying that if you go having sex on a day where your discharge is coming out creamy, you won't get pregnant. Don't say I said that. I never said that. I will never say that. I'm not a medical professional. What I can say is that 9 times out of 10, that discharge will smother that sperm though. So you're less likely to get pregnant on those days. And if you're trying to have a baby on those days, you're going to be disappointed if you're already having issues having a baby. Number 16, and this one is a bonus. But neem oil is a natural spermicide. Who knew? Neem oil is a natural spermicide. You could really use it. And that is it. That is all for today's venture into my little adulting tips. More to come on this series, and make sure you guys comment down below like some adult tips that you feel like other people might want to know, some adult tips that you just found out and you didn't know. Just comment. I don't really care what you comment, just comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're doing it. Yeah, this was 15 things that I wish I knew before I became sexually active, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye.